Leo, welcome to Ether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new here, then we're doing a general collective reading today. So just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Flip and switch the roles if you need to. Just don't try and make anything fit if it's not your story. So your first card's out. We've got the purse. Pay attention to your finances. So you could be doing a little bit of overspending right now, or you just like, this is a message saying you need to save for something important. But it's really pushing to like getting on a budget and staying on a budget. We've got spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding with the torch. You've had this a number of times, like the spiritual side has been coming out in your readings, like you're becoming, it's like we're all on a spiritual journey, but you're really conscious of your spiritual side. You're really tapped in, you're pulling for it. Like, it's not just kind of, how it's a part of everybody, but you're really, I feel like you're working on it. You're working on this awareness. You're working on this understanding. And it's been there very, very strong for a few months. So, I feel like where your life is at right now, where you're at, you're just like, you're reaching these new understandings. You're reaching these spiritual lessons. You're very conscious of where you're at on your spiritual journey. And I think that you're pulling this towards you. Yeah. It's and then we've got the mountain road. You're on the road to success, and I feel like this is a big part of that, is because you're tapped into yourself. You're tapped into what your wants and needs are, and you're not discounting your spiritual development in that. You're not discounting your spiritual needs and that side of yourself. You see that as an area of life, whereas some people don't see it as, like a dominant area, but you do. And so being on this road to success is like you're really in tune with your life path, either seeking it out or staying on it. And your idea of success is different to other people's idea of success. Your idea of success is doing something you're passionate about, something that you love, something that you feel connects you with other people, helps you develop within yourself, and maybe also a way that you give back to others can be a part of that, or is something where it engages others at a higher level. So it's really not, and it's nice for you, Leo, because you get a lot of attention and you're often in the spotlight for what you do or what you're, it's a strength. And so I just feel like a lot of people can see Leos is in their ego, but this isn't you being in your ego. This is just you shining your light, and you get a lot of attention because you just do, because you exude that, you pull in that energy. That is your energy. So people are attracted to that light in you. So, like, really, you're not in your ego when you're in that spiritual side. You're in your heart space. You're in your, you're aligning your chakras. You're developing the side of yourself that's the opposite of ego. And this is this road to success. Like, being on your path is the road to success. So it's not just about, some people see success as having massive popularity or having wealth, financial wealth. Whereas I feel like your success is the fact that you're in tune with yourself and your mission. It doesn't have to look the way it looks to the larger world. As long as you're happy with what you're doing and you're getting by and you've got a balance of everything, I think that's where you see success to be. And, where you're constantly achieving the next thing, the new thing, and pushing yourself. I feel like that's, more in line with how you see success. So we've got the dog barking, advice from a friend. So it's like somebody's trying to warn you of something you may not be focused on or may not see coming. Somebody who's got your back, somebody who's really like warning you of some danger. We've got new home, new attitude with the broom. So you could be clearing out the closet, you could be decluttering, sprucing things up, doing something to like refresh where you're living, your living space, like creating that environment that's healthy and clean and clear. Good time to do that, you know, beginning of the year, just like it feels like you're clearing out. For some of you, you could be moving into a new place. Then we've got the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. So I feel like you're making progress, but it's methodical. It may feel slow, but it doesn't matter as long as you're on your path. Like you're being you're getting ahead. You're not stuck in one place and you're not going backwards. You're still making progress, and I feel like that's what's important. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So I feel like this is like maybe tempted to get off your path or to fall back into a bad habit, or to be tempted by your peers that aren't aligning with where the new you or the new goals that you have. This is like a little bit of a warning, and you should accept valid criticism also there. So yeah, I feel like this may be also a bit of advice from a friend saying, hey, you know, those old friends that you normally hang out with or that you've been hanging out with lately, you know, like those people, if you give them, you know, too much of your time, you're going to be, you know, you're going to end up like your peer group. Like those people are going nowhere, so maybe limit your time with them. That's just one piece of advice I'm sort of getting from that. But anyway, whoever this friend is for you, I feel like they have your best interests at heart with where they're coming from. And sometimes other people can see more clearly from their, you know, point of view, something we can't see when we're so close up. So it's like somebody there's really got your back. All right, so what's this? Pay attention to your finances. We've got a Queen of Wands. Okay, well, the Queen of Wands energy is, she likes to do things at a fast pace, and she's very different to, this is somebody who, when they climb the stairs, they take 2 steps at a time rather than 1 step at a time. Like they, you know, and she's different from other people. She stands out. She's unique, and she likes it that way. So what's with Queen of Wands? I mean, this could be very much your energy, where you have a unique appearance, you have a unique style, you have a different approach, and you know, she can come across quite competitive too. Like she's about winning at her game and her goal. Page of Wands in reverse. We got the Magician at the bottom of the deck with the Page of Pentacles. So it's like she's manifesting something she wants to come in, but there could be like some this is like this Page of Wands in reverse is like somebody who needs to reawaken that childhood desire. Like she's got that fire already, but there could be a phase where, I don't know, let's see, we've got children showing up here. It's like she could have tried to start something new recently, or you could have been starting something new recently, but like it's starting to feel like it's fizzling out quickly. Like this is maybe not finishing something that you start, like getting, you know, starting something with a lot of, well, a lot of like passion in the beginning, going, this is going to be great, it's going to really take off, and then things sort of just get into the everyday, round and round the clock a bit, and that new passion, new desire is like quickly fading, and it's like just becoming quite ordinary, and it's hard to keep the, you know, that fire going. Yeah, so, but it's like maybe because somebody's trying to manifest like for the small money to grow and get bigger, but it's like something needs to take some time. So it's like you may have started a new task or a new challenge or a new job or a career or something that you're doing for money. And it's started off like, maybe you started off with like a lot of excitement for it, but it's already starting to become a pain in the ass and fizzle out. So we've got this Ace of Swords in reverse. Maybe you've come across a problem that you don't know how to solve, or, you know, something that started off a really great idea. It's not going as well as it, you know, you initially thought it would. Yeah, it's getting old real quick. So, what's this Ace of Swords in reverse to the Page of Wands in reverse? Ooh, yeah, Tower. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is like starting off with like maybe an unrealistic expectation for how something was going to go. And the Tower is like, okay, maybe you're bringing this in. You're like, scrap all that. I need to start again. It was like living in a dream or an illusion of how something was going to be in reality. And in reality, it wasn't that way. And now it's like everything needs to kind of just stop. And you need to rebuild this Tower. The Tower can also represent your... Yeah, I feel like you need to rebuild something from the ground up. And, you know, maybe you've had this flash of lightning as like a strike of insight. Like you may have just had like this realization, this inspiration, this download. And you're like, oh my God, I have a much better way I'm going to do this. Or, you know what? Scrap that whole idea and that whole project or that whole career. That isn't actually what I want. What I really want is this other thing. So it's like you've either had this flash of inspiration, this epiphany, or this, you know, realization where you're like, I can do this so much better. I'm just going to start all over again. Or you're going to start all over again in a different direction completely. And so either with the same thing or something completely different, you're like, that just didn't go the way it was initially, like you started out thinking it would go. Just hasn't been like that. So now this could be something where, you know, paying attention to your finances, like you may have invested some money or some time into going in one direction and now you're starting all over again. Maybe that money that was invested initially is scrapped, or maybe you're completely changing careers or something like that and you're like, I can't do, maybe I don't know what it is. Maybe you went back to something you had been doing before and you're like, geez, you know, why did I think it would be any different this time? Maybe I thought it with a different place or a different time in my life, like it would just be, maybe it was something you were planning to do temporarily and you're like, no, now I know why I left that before. Like I remember now why that doesn't work for me. It still doesn't work for me. Something like this is what's coming in. So what's the spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness? Ooh, and a Hierophant coming in with that. You could be wanting to teach, go back into maybe teaching, or you could be taking a course of learning. You know, like you're either the Hierophant where you are the teacher, you are like the person, you know, maybe the instructor, or you could be one of these initiates that's being taught. So, and you could be at any point of that journey. So what's now, this is also like a card of, you know, conforming to society's expectations, and you know, like what, you know, this is like having that Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of job, or you know, just playing within the rules, within those expectations, which doesn't really suit you, Leo. But maybe this is what's being encouraged right now, is get this routine back. Maybe you haven't had like a strong routine lately, or that could be the issue, is you're in this routine that you're like, I need to break out of this. So yeah, as I say that, you need to break out of it. This 9 of Wands in reverse, it's like, this doesn't suit you. It just doesn't suit you. You want to quit this routine. This could be like, you've got to be there by 8 o'clock every day, and you can't leave till 4, and you're one of these people that just, you need to act when you're inspired, and you know, you need to like, it's not there every day. And when you're kind of forced into these confined rules, it just creates this blockage to your creativity. You need that freedom to come and go, and to I feel like when you have that freedom to be inspired, like bring the inspiration rather than being confined to the rules, and try to be inspired within that environment, you still do show up. You still do show up every day, but it's like when somebody's got these rules that, you know, they don't give you, it's like something you're doing is inflexible. There's something inflexible about it. Like you can't, you got to be there whether you're inspired to be there or not. So what's this 9 of Wands to the Hierophant? Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. You just like no inspiration to do it within these confines. You're feeling confined within a bunch of rules. You want to return to what you were doing before here, or a place that you were before. This is like going back, getting back to your old self, getting back to you could have been like, you could have been traveling and then you've gone home, or flip and reverse it. You've gone home for a while and you're going back home, and you're back into this like typical daily society of, you know, work home, or just these rules, these, you know, just this whole culture that doesn't agree with you, and you just want to leave it behind. You just want to go back to where you were before. You just have no passion to be in these confines. You want something to return, or you want to return, or you want, yeah, I think this is to do with you and not somebody else. So, but I mean, maybe you're around somebody that's a real rules type of person, or situation. It just doesn't gel with you. Not at all, Leo. So I think you need to find a way to keep this passion there, because you're a fire sign, and look at all these wands we've got in reverse. It's just, it doesn't align with your personality and your strengths. Your strengths, you need to have that freedom. So okay, what's this road to success, this mountain road? Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So you could have been feeling like, because this is in reverse, you could have been feeling like, well, I'm on the road to success where I am, and that could have been like a job that you took, or just, you know, something that you signed up for here, and it's not working for you, but you did it because you thought that this would be, you know, where you would make your money, or this would be, I don't know, this is what everyone else is doing or something. But it's not going to, like, no one thing fits all people. Just like something that's successful for one person and their personality type, their strengths, their weaknesses, isn't necessarily going to work for you. You need to find your niche. Like, you could be feeling like you're on the road to success in a way, but you're disconnected. 2 of Cups in reverse, it's like you're disconnected from your higher self with, conforming. Like, yeah. I mean, maybe this could also for some of you be saying that that your career or what you do for your work or your money or something is clashing with you being able to have a relationship, or with the relationship you're already currently in. Yeah, you could have a unique type of career, and so it contradicts what you really want for your life. Like, you know, it's one or the other that is going to be working, because when the relationship thing's working, the work thing doesn't work, and when the work thing's working, the relationship thing is suffering. So I feel like there's something going on here where there's something out of alignment for you to have all of what you want working at the same time. So what's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the 2 of Cups in reverse, the Hermit in reverse? Yeah, something about this is more of the same. So you feel isolated from, say, your work when you're in a relationship, and you feel isolated from a relationship when you're at work. And I feel like you need to be around people. You're very sociable. You take on those leadership positions really well. Something here is having you feel isolated. Maybe you're feeling a bit lonely at the moment. Maybe you're craving to be in a relationship at the moment, but you're not where you want to be, particularly with your career success yet. So it's like that's where you're putting the focus, but you're feeling a real lack of connection in your personal life. So yeah, it's like like I was saying, one thing, your personal life is suffering while your career is getting ahead. Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse with this, because yeah, I mean, there could be like a lack of funds right now, or you could have spent a lot of money recently. You may feel like you need to be at a certain level financially to be able to have a relationship, because, you know, things are tight right now. And that could be having you feel isolated. But look, we've got an Ace of Pentacles here. So there is a new financial opportunity coming in. We also have that coming out, though, with the King of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And then we've got the High Priestess here. So I don't know if you want to take a financial opportunity that's being offered to you by either one of these two karmics. I mean, you're the Queen of Wands, so you're a match to a King of Wands, but he's in reverse right now. So I think you're tapping into your intuition with this decision. And I feel like, you know, if there's an issue here with money, you could, if you don't really see the higher, what I'm trying to say is, don't go jumping at something out of desperation, or like just because you need to, because maybe take a minute to really like tap in, and what does your gut say about this, and what does your intuition say about this financial opportunity. It's like somebody's trying to get you when you're in a vulnerable time. and yet you're trying to get on your path right now. So you could be then taking this, like, okay, I've got this offer here. Is it even valid? And you could be asking a friend's advice about maybe a job, maybe whatever this is. Because I kind of feel like it comes with a catch. But yeah, you could be asking advice, trying to get a different person's opinion about this. And I feel like this person is saying, look, you are so masterful, you are so good at what you do, you really need to realize and step into your power, and life is what you make it. So you don't need to take what's being offered to you. You can go and create something of your own for yourself. And as I say that, like, I see this Knight of Wands there, and he's in the upright, and then with the Three of Pentacles. So, you know, I feel like you're going to have an offer come towards you when you're in a time of maybe a bit of financial distress, or feeling like, shit, I need some new money coming in. There's a lot of money going out, like maybe more going out than coming in. And this is where you need to pay attention to your finances, because this comes a little bit later than now. Like, this could be a change of career or something here too with the Tower. So you know, something is shaking up here. Something is seriously shaking up and changing. And I think you need to forward plan a bit here. It may be that you need some money to invest into what you're doing here to get ahead, like that wasn't enough, or you didn't plan that well, or the next thing needs some money to get there, to get started. I think if you pass up that King of Wands in reverse, somebody who you feel like, I feel like that King of Wands in reverse is like a displaced twin flame, false twin flame, and you feel like you've got this really heightened connection to them. And they're trying to use something as an offer to kind of like bait you back in. If you let that go and follow your intuition, the very next thing that comes in is your Knight of Wands, who's in the upright. And I feel like this is actually your match. This is your soulmate connection. And this is someone you can truly build with the Three of Pentacles. And that's what you actually want. You want somebody you can build with. So I feel like this advice you're getting from a friend is so valid, it is so real, and it is so warranted, and it's at the right time. So you're going to get an offer to do something that's not from the right person, and it's not what you want to take, and they are just baiting you at this point in time. But you're going to get, if you pass up what's not right for you, the very next thing that comes in is the right union. It's like a test. It is a test. It's so a test. Like with that Ace of Pentacles, we've now seen 3 aces out here. We've got the Ace of Swords but in reverse. We've got the Ace of Wands but in reverse. You want to get an Ace of Pentacles, but you don't want it with any strings attached. You don't want it if it means you've got to be around some karmic people to take it, or you know, they have some hold on you. So look, now we've got the Fool. So I feel like you can manifest something brand new right from scratch. Start something from scratch here. And this could be this advice, like somebody saying, why don't you start your own thing? Why you don't need to link up with that person. You don't need to do it with them and then give them a cut. Why don't you just go out on your own and do it for yourself? Or why don't you just go and start fresh? And this really connects really well to the Tower, like scrapping it all, starting again. Like maybe you just need a clean break here, and like you're so masterful at this, like you really can. Maybe you're doing something that helps. This may be you doing a startup or something new, or this could be you maybe have a unique way to help people in a particular position of their business, like new businesses or new startups, or there could be something like that. And see, now we have the Ace of Pentacles again in the upright. Like I said, you want it to come in without strings attached. Now, no attachment from the past. You're creating it for yourself here, and you're doing it within this High Priestess energy, this unlimited potential that this is saying. This unlimited potential of this High Priestess. No glass ceiling. There's no roof above her head. Just like the wide open sky, the blue sky. So you've got, in all of these pomegranates, it's like a sign of abundance. You're creating new money here. You're creating the new financial opportunity. Like out of thin air, supposedly. Like it's not off the back of somebody else. It's like you can even take like the offer, the idea of what somebody else was offering and go, I don't need you to do that. I can go do that for myself. I don't need you to drive me around. I don't need, I don't need you as my chauffeur. I can drive myself. Thank you very much. It's like that. I don't need to give you a cut of all the work I'm doing. So, like you could take a position that, somebody could be offering you a job and you're like, you know what, I could just be a consultant and I can do that. I can invoice you. And look, I just split the deck on the Four of Wands. Like this is going to bring in a lot of stability for you. So this is where it hits. This is the gold in this reading. You've got to get past this test that comes up at you. There is something that comes up. It's to do with what you're passionate about, and it's also connected to your finances. You're trying to combine the two, and you're also trying to find a way where you can combine what you're passionate about and make money from it, but also live a life where you're not isolated like you are now, from being able to have like love in your life, a partnership, connection, a relationship. And so, this was the best brainstorm and advice you could possibly get. And it's a great thing that you've reached out and asked somebody that you love and trust that is going to really give you that unbiased advice for, this could be, someone like a mentor, but whoever they are, they have your best interests in mind, and they are really you have all of it here. This is just, you've got this new adventure. You're taking advantage of something that is an opportunity for you. You're in alignment with it. It's going to bring you in new money. You are going to have this happy family and stability all in this. This is just the all-in-one. You've got the all-in-one. So, great. This is the fresh start. This is what has come after you burn that tower down. You got rid of it. So, new home, new attitude. We've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. So, there's something that's honestly, I think what's interesting is, the reading I just did for Cancer before yours earlier had this new home, new attitude, and also the 10 of Swords, in that order, but it was in a different position. So it's sort of giving me you've got this new thing going on. You may even be moving into a new home here, maybe even into a home with somebody you're in a relationship with here. This Four of Wands, it speaks to stability, but it also speaks about if it's to do with your career, you have passed through this portal to get to that reward, or this can be a happy family, engagement, marriage, moving in together with somebody maybe. But there's something about you being in this new place. There's some resistance to something ending, maybe with the old, or maybe somebody you're leaving, that you're currently in a, you know, in a house with, or wherever you're living, doesn't want you to go. There's a Three of Swords here. Like, they'll be sad and a bit broken for you leaving them. They feel like this is really one-sided. So you could be having some mixed feelings a little bit, because, you know, you're going in the direction that's right for you, but somebody else is feeling like sad to see you go, or sad to see you move on. They don't want you to go. They want you to be happy and all of that, of course, but you know, they also want you there with them. So let's see, what's the Ten of Swords in reverse? Knight of Cups in reverse. This could be the person you're leaving behind. So maybe someone that you're leaving behind. There's some conflict here though in their life with them. You kind of need to get away from conflict, or there has been conflict, like living together maybe, and yeah, it's time. This could be the environment. Yeah, this isn't a future position, right? So something could, yeah, it's not working wherever you are there. It's a good reason to go. It's one particular person that you're dealing with here with this, that's really one-sided. Yeah. And they're resisting something, I think, because they're feeding off your energy, you're feeding off your light. This could be even just like a housemate, or like a brother. For some of you, it could be a boyfriend, but it could just be a friend. Somebody who lives, you know, not far away. They're conflicted by you leaving. Honestly, it's not giving me like this is a situation you want to stay in anyway. None of these cards are positive growth for you. None of it is. All of this is holding you back, basically. So be very protective over your environment, especially, you know, like your environment, where you operate out of, where you live and where you work. It needs to be conducive to your higher purpose and your strengths, you know, so that you can have this creativity. You don't want to go and start this whole new thing here, this whole new experience, and get this new stability and have an environment that you just can't like work in or live in, or, you know, doesn't help. So what's this slowly but surely getting ahead? Okay, so yeah, you know, the money may be small in the beginning, or but you're coming out of whatever this financial hardship is that you were in over here. So five of Pentacles in reverse is like you're pulling yourself out of this kind of broke feeling. This is definitely picking up for you now. So what's the Five of Pentacles in reverse? The Hangman in reverse. So you're no longer stuck. You might be making slow progress, but still progress. How I said that. I think you've needed to, you know, cut people out that weren't working for you here, such as this Knight of Cups in reverse. Like people that are hanging on to your energy, your love, what you do for them, but you're not getting anything in return here. Like it's like you're giving emotionally, with your time, with your energy, all of that, but you're not getting anything in return. So there's no pentacles in here. It's not a financial exchange, but you're not getting anything back out of this situation or relationship or friendship, whatever it is. It's just more than anything, it's conflicting. to who you are and where you're going. So you're no longer letting yourself be stuck there. Oh, we got the Justice card. You're getting your balance, you're getting your justice, you're out there where you need to be. You are pulling out of whatever financial hardship was in this middle zone. So whatever you're starting newly here that you're manifesting into your life, it is definitely going in the right direction. And yeah, you're going to be full of abundance. But you've done this due to your actions. You haven't just sat there on the couch waiting for something to fall in your lap. You've gotten yourself into action. You've really taken advantage. So it starts off rocky here, but you're finding your passion. Like that passion died off over here, and you're doing something about it, and that's all of us can do. But what's coming out of it is freaking amazing for you. Okay, let's get you on a bit of advice before we finish. Is it time? So these cards are so new and stiff, hard to get a bend. All right. Leo, what a reading. Ooh, education. Okay. There's something new that you may need to learn. Or just take a course of learning, something expanding. But then we did have the Hierophant here with, which is like a teacher. So I feel like you're either going to be teaching something or learning something, or learning to teach. Could also be part of what you're doing. And what's great about this card, the way it looks, is she looks like she's doing yoga, or a stretch or something there. Somebody could be becoming a yoga teacher. Obviously that's very specific and it's not for everybody, but it could be confirmation for someone there. We've got a message of peace here. So yeah, I feel like, you could even be just practicing something like yoga or learning yoga. Maybe not necessarily to become a teacher, but check it out. How it resonates, Leo. You would make a great teacher in any profession. Okay, so education. This is what your soul is telling you. You have learned to wear a mask where you're in contact with others. Learn to show some things, but keep others to yourself. Learn to rely on what others want. Learn to take all criticism into account, even if not constructive. These things you have learned disrupt our connection and communication. They connect you to your mind. While you can hear my voice, it's from very far away, like a barely perceivable whisper. Today, release these things you have learned if they no longer hold meaning for you. Find a new connection with me. Rediscover your inner beauty. Rebuild your frame of reference. Allow your own ideas and wants to flourish. This will help you hear me again as a calm, clear, and gentle voice. So this is about reconnecting with your soul and your soul purpose. Your spirit guides. Part of you is attached to a single way of contacting us. You may feel you need a specific ritual to communicate with us. That is not so. You only need to open your heart and speak honestly and sincerely, whether out loud or in a whisper. Practices exist to help you connect to your inner being, but we are always here because you have your free will. We can't decide to or act for you, but our presence is strong. You can get in touch with us through astral journeys. If you need specific signs, we invite you to meditate. It will help you feel our presence and understand our messages. Create your own ritual. Dance yourself from your distance yourself from your old beliefs. You are evolving, and so is your practice. Have confidence in yourself. And one last one, the entity. I was conditioned by my education in my past life. I thought this was normal, and I reproduced that same education myself. I thought rules set down since forever ago were the best. I thought being a good person meant copying what had always been without trying to define new rules. Rules, norms, and frameworks were so important to me. Now I realize that this closed my eyes to important things and prevented me from questioning. I didn't even question myself. I have detached myself from these things now, and I invite you to do the same. Create your own frame of reference. In the next few days, I will manifest myself through music you will be listening to. You'll realize it's me because the words will make you smile. You'll understand the message I'm trying to send you. Create your own freedom. I am working so you may do so. Now, it is very important. This is so in line with what I was saying about like being confined to these rules. It doesn't suit you. You know, the rules, the norms, and the frameworks that used to be so important to you are just like complete lack of desire there. You just don't want that now. It doesn't work for you. You need to create your own path. And that's exactly what you're doing here. With the Magician, the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Pentacles, this is what's creating the stability that works for you. Not somebody else's form of stability and success, but what works for you. In where you are expressed your strengths. So Leo, this is your reading today, and I hope the messages are helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back in 4 days time. Your next reading will be on the 17th, so keep an eye out for that. Have your notification bell switched on so you get an update when the next reading drops, so you don't miss anything. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.